Hey, you! Yeah, you. Are you tired of being bad at the Strongest Battlegrounds? Are you tired of no-lifers killing you every chance they get? Are you tired of not being able to fight back? Well, look no further, because I offer you the solution. I'm giving you two options.
Hello, player. Be not afraid. I am only here to break down the options for you. You take the blue pill, and you stay forever a bad player. You will forever be stuck in limbo between trying to be the best player and trying to fight back against the sweats. Or you take the red pill. You revolt. You fight back. You become the very thing you swore to destroy. A sweat. I urge you to choose wisely. If you do so happen to choose the red pill, there is no turning back. Make your choice.
Welcome back, player. While you were gone, I was just catching up on Of Mice and Men. So now that you're here, that means you chose the red pill. I knew I could count on you to make the right choice. Well, here you go. So, Genos, probably tied with Sonic for the most hated character in the game. Genos is notorious, and for good reason too. Genos has an absolute dumpster of advantages and abilities that the other characters in the game could only dream of. And I'll say this right off the bat. He is an absolute monster when it comes to combat. Whether you're against one or multiple opponent, even if you can't kill them, they also struggle to kill you. Unless you're against another Genos user who's quite skilled, you can beat just about anybody. But I haven't told you why yet, so let's not waste any more time. For those of you who don't know what I mean by zoning, let me picture it for you. You're this little green bean here, and this is your enemy. We'll call him Butt Muncher. Butt Muncher is playing as Garou, and he can only damage you if he gets up close and personal. You, on the other hand, playing Genos, have a very large range advantage. If you play your cards correctly, you can make sure that the garou user never gets a chance to hit you. You have 3 ranged moves, as opposed to the opponent's 0 ranged moves. These moves allow you to chip away and kill your enemy, which all do some form of crowd control too. The first is Ignition Burst, which flings opponents far away from you if they are stationary or rolls them backward if they are ragdolled. Ignition Burst also has varying damage based on the circumstances. It has a cooldown of 17 seconds. The second move is called Blitz Shot. It has 2 variants, the first variant being a standing version. This version shoots the Blitz Shot in your general direction and knocks back any enemies hit by it head-on. The second variant is the air variant, in which if you are mid-air while using this ability, you will hover while charging up. This can be very useful in most situations. The air variant is generally a lot easier to hit, and you are typically safe from melee attacks if you can get some height. A blitz shot can be blocked, unless you fully charge it, in which if it hits the target, the damage will go through block and deal a quarter of your enemy's HP, or 25%. It has a cooldown of 25 seconds. The third move, which can crowd control, is called Jet Dive. The crowd control with this move isn't quite as useful as the others, as it puts your opponent in the air above you, and when they land, they are right next to you. This move can also be blocked. However, what makes this move still very good is 2 things. First, it can be a great evasive tool, putting distance between you and your opponent easily. You can get extra distance with this move by using it facing the opposite way you want to go, then when at the maximum height turn around. Second, the finisher of this move is very unique. It puts you high in the air and can be paired with Blitz Shot to get an unpunishable full charge of the move. Before we move on to reason 2, I think it's worth mentioning that Ignition Burst has a little hidden tech. Most of the experienced players already know, but when you first use the move, if you turn to face your opponent, The former part of the move will do some damage and knock back opponents. You can pair this with turning around for extra damage. The burst and the blast combined on a stationary target do the same as only the blast on a ragdolled target. Genos' passives are a little overloaded. He has the most passives in the game out of any other character, coming in at 4 total passives. His first passive is when ragdoll canceling on the ground, he will emit a small explosion that stuns and damages enemies. This is also blockable. His second passive, and easily his most powerful, is that any finisher he gets on an opponent, all 4 of his base moves, and the first 2 ultimate moves refresh their cooldowns. His third and fourth passives aren't anything crazy, but can still be of use. His third passive is that on his fourth M1, the opponent will be knocked back slightly further than normal. His fourth is that when he performs a mini uppercut, the opponent will go twice as high into the air. The third reason you're going to want to play Genos is his ability to kill streak. Genos is the kill streak king. His passive of reducing remaining cooldowns to 0. People hate runners. So, my final rating for Genos would be an S+. By the way, if you want to be an even better runner, you should check out this video where I cover a method of side dashing much further than normal. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you next time. See ya!